Hi everybody, Michael here from Christ of England. Today this is a message for anybody in the UK who is depressed and giving up on life or have mental health problems. This message is for you. And what I want to tell you is our world is going through a bit of a crazy phase. And there's a lot of, if you look at the statistics, the mental health problems, the depression problems, there's like year waiting lists for people to see mental health experts. We have depression and suicidal rates going through the roof. I have a friend the other day he knew someone whose son, 15 years of age, committed suicide. And it's very, very sad and distressing for us as a people to see, especially me, when I know that we have answers. And this is what Jesus had in the Bible. You have the phrase, Jesus wept. Jesus wept because he saw all the suffering around him, but he knew with the power of Christ that he could end that suffering. And I am reborn in the Spirit of Christ, and I am a servant of Christ and the loving Father. And this message is for all of you to come and follow Christ. Christ could heal people from their depression and their spiritual blindness. And I have been healed from my spiritual blindness, and it's impossible to be depressed or have mental health problems when you're born again in Christ, because you overcome your suffering and problems of the world. It doesn't mean that you won't have problems. You will have problems in this world naturally, because it's part of life. But you'll have that solid ground of your spiritual foundation to stand upon that will see you through anything. And you won't have ups and downs of happiness, depression, like some crazy bipolar people. You have smooth sailing because you have the peace of Christ. Christ said, peace I leave with you, but he's just talking about you'll be given a spiritual peace. Not peace of the world, but spiritual peace. And if you are depressed and miserable, come and subscribe to this channel. I'm not doing this channel for my own need. I'm not doing it for money. All of the money is contributing to helping the people, to serve the Father and English people with the power of the Spirit of Christ. And I'm not interested in anything about me. It's not some egotistical mission. It's about, I'm born again in the Spirit of Christ, and that Spirit has to be spread to the world. I have a duty to do it. In many ways I would like to have a simple, quiet life, but I feel called to serve because I see the amount of suffering. And if you are depressed, come and join the channel. Email me at the Christ of England and I may be able to help you. But ultimately, going forward, I'm going to do videos and a course on how you can overcome depression, which is by being spiritually reborn. You don't need pills. You don't need to go and see one of these therapists who don't know what they're talking about. My mate is a psychologist, he's a good psychologist who I want to try and get involved. But he says 90% of the psychologists are whack job liberals. They're Marxists who are taking people's mental illness and telling them, rather than helping them with the spirit, the psychologists are saying, they're teaching them a load of cultural Marxist nonsense, like you're depressed because of this and that, and because of Marxism, and because of capitalism, and because of colonialism, a load of rubbish. But what I will do is I will help you overcome your depression with the power of the Spirit of Christ. It will involve meditation, it will involve small amounts of fasting, and bringing you to spiritual truth. And once you have that spiritual truth, you get powerful. You get whilst you see me, I'm a skinny weasel, but in the spirit, I'm an absolute warrior, Arnold Schwarzenegger style. So my strength doesn't come from my physical body, it comes from my spirit and all the spiritual work I've been doing. So whilst you can work out for your physical health, you can also work out for your spiritual health. And once you become spiritually powerful, then it's impossible to be depressed. And especially for men, you find your true masculine nature because it's locked in your spirit. And men are not supposed to be walking around fearful and depressed and miserable. We're supposed to be walking around powerful men of God, serving our community and being the light of the world. And our women and children will follow the men of the light. Okay? So that's my goal, for people to become strong. I don't want to set up and say, I'm going to charge you £50 or £100 for an hour session. That's what people do because they want your money. They don't care about you. I'm doing all of this free of charge because, as Christ said, I think it says, what I've received freely, or I've been given by God freely, now I give it freely. I've received it for free, I give it for free because it comes from the true loving Father. And this is where you will heal. So forget about all the other nonsense in the world. They don't know what they're talking about. If you want to heal your depression, Christ of England. I will be doing courses and videos in the future that will give you these details. It's just a matter of time. But for now, just subscribe to the channel. And in the future, we're going to get so much going. Mental health problems. We're going to do camps for youth to come to so they can be initiated into the Spirit of Christ. And there's so much we can do for our country. For young, for old, for everybody. The Spirit of Christ, we need to spread it amongst our country. Okay, so if you like what I'm talking about, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like it. Again, if you're depressed, email me, but again, be patient because I will provide more details. And actually, if you go to my other YouTube channel, Flesh to the Father, that's my personal YouTube channel. I even have a depression playlist there of about 5 to 10 videos, which teaches you some techniques and also explains to you this in thorough detail. So you can even go there now and check out those videos. Okay, so that's the point of my video today. As I said, subscribe, like the video, share it with as many people as you can who's depressed, who suffers mental health, who needs some light in their life, because Christ, Spirit, is the light of the world. And you will not hear this information from your local priest or pastor or imam, because they're blind fools, and we have a world where the blind lead the blind. God bless everybody today. Stay well, stay strong. The fight is on. Goodbye.